Good morning, students. Dear students, before going to discuss about mitochondria, just I would like to review what we saw in previous class, right? So cell membranes and significance of cell membrane and the cell model, right? Membranes model that we discussed in previous class, and one of the cell organ also that we discussed in previous class. Now let us continue mitochondria. Now I am going to talk about what is mitochondria, then what is the structure of mitochondria, then what is the function of mitochondria, then what is the importance of mitochondria that I am going to discuss with you. First of all, you know very well mitochondria, it is a cell organelle. Mitochondria, what is it? First of all, it is a cell organelle. That is found in all the cells. It is found in all the cells, including plant cell and animal cell, except in prokaryotes. It is absent in prokaryotes. Or prokaryotic cell, it is absent, right? And it is a double membrane cell organelle. Mitochondria, it is a double membrane system or double membrane cell organelle. Dear student, please understand. It is a double membrane organelle, double membrane system. Right? Because that consists of outer membrane and the inner membrane. And it is fulfilled with the matrix, or the enzymes are found. The enzymes found in matrix. Enzymes found in matrix, I mean mitochondrial matrix, which are essential for respiration process. Understand? So this is just something about of mitochondria. The addition that I like to mention, it reproduces by binary fission. Binary fission. Simply I can say mitochondria, which reproduces its structure by fission method, right? By fission. So this is simply something about mitochondria. Okay. Now, if we take a mitochondria, where is it exactly? Now, if we take this is a plant cell in which it is also found. At the center, you find this is a nucleus, right? What is it called? It is a nucleus. And at the center you find nucleus, and in addition that the mitochondrial structure, it is also present. It is a mitochondria, right? In addition that some cell organelle, they are chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. So let me take this is a endoplasmic reticulum, etc. And at the center you find very large vacuoles also present. Now let me take the blue color indicates mitochondria. Mitochondria. Okay. Before that, it was first reported by colleague. I'm talking about discovery of mitochondria. Actually, this mitochondria, I'm talking about mitochondria. It was first observed continue. So this mitochondria, it was first reported by Kolliker, right? In the year of 1880, right? He was the first man to be reported mitochondria. There is a structure which is found. It is a cell organelle. It has been first reported by Kolliker in the year of 1880, right? Later, it was named as a bioflask. The mitochondria, it was later on, after the discovery of Kolliker, it was named as bioflask. Bioflask, right? This is a statement which was first given by Altman. In the year of 1894. 1894. What was given in the year of 1894? Bioblast. Right? Then later, the term mitochondria has been first reported by, or the first mitochondrial structure. The term mitochondria, it has been first coined by Bowery Benda. Bowery Benda, one of the scientists who coined such a term, that is a mitochondria, right? So this is a simply discovery of mitochondria. I repeat once again. Sorry for the inconvenience, right? Right. Actually, Bowery Benda, who named as mitochondria instead of bioblast, right? So it was given by Bowery Benda as the mitochondria, right? In the year of 1980, 97, year of 1897 to 90. Just imagine, there are three things that we have discussed. The first one is a powerhouse of the cell. I mean mitochondria. It was first. It is a cell organelle which was first reported by Kolliker, and later on it is named by Altman as the bioblast instead of the mitochondria in the year of 1894. And the very next bioblast of Altman, it was coined as mitochondria. This is a term which was first given by Bowery Benda in the year of 1897 to 98. So this is a discovery of mitochondria. Okay. Now let me take the structure of, before that I'd like to ask some questions. Dear students, did you understand? My dear students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Could you tell me the name of the scientist who coined bioblast instead of mitochondria?
Altman.
Altman. Very good. Will you mention here?
1894.
Okay. Instead of the term bioplast, later on it was coined as a mitochondria by the scientist.
Benda.
Bovary Benda, right? Was the man to be coined mitochondria. It is a simply cell organelle that is found in every cell, including plants, animal, human, but except prokaryotes, right? All the cell organelles are divided absent. In case of bacteria, virus, in that cellular structure, mitochondria is totally absent. Very good. Okay. Right. Okay. Next we pass on to structure of mitochondria. Dear students, as I said, the mitochondria, it is a cell organelle. Now this is a mitochondria which is found in a cell, right? It is a structure that is found in the cell organelle, right? So this is a mitochondria. If you want to maximize the structure, you can see as it is. Now just I'd like to draw once again to you. This is a mitochondrial structure. If you take a cross section of the mitochondria, you can see as it is, right? And it consists of, there are two membrane, outer membrane and the inner membrane. The outer membrane is very smooth as in nature. Its surface is very smooth in nature. And the inner membrane is enfolding like structure, right? Here you can see, this is a, when you take a part of the structure mitochondria, you can see this is a mitochondrial structure, right? You can take any one diagram, right? Either this or that, right? Okay, this mitochondria, it consists of, okay? It consists of, as I said, there are two membrane. The one is outer membrane and the another one is the inner membrane. I'm talking about structure of mitochondria. Now this is a mitochondria. It consists of, the first layer is the outer membrane. Outer membrane. As I said, it is very smooth in nature, and that encloses periplasmic space, which is very next to outer membrane. Then followed by, this structure is called the inner membrane. Inner membrane. Right? So in between outer membrane and the inner membrane, you find this is a structure where you see periplasmic space or intermembrane space or intermembrane space. Intermembrane space or periplasmic space, or it is also known as a periplasmic space. Mitochondrial periplasmic space or intermembrane space. Periplasmic space or intermembrane space. Understand? So this inner membrane, it's like a enfolding like structure or invaginated structure or enfolding like structure. This enfolding like structure of mitochondria is called as crystal. Actually, this is a cristae structure. Cristae. Cristae is a finger-like projection that arises from the inner membrane of mitochondria. I repeat once again. The inner membrane of mitochondria, which gives rise to form infolding-like structure. Simply, I can say it is a infolding-like structure. Infolding-like structure that appears towards inside of the matrix or the mitochondrial cavity. This is a matrix. It is nothing but it is a matrix. Now, this matrix is fulfilled with the proteinous substances. The matrix consists of proteinous substances, right? This is a proteinous substances. In addition to that, these proteinous substances may enclose double-stranded DNA. Here you find the matrix or proteinous substances of a cell organelle, namely mitochondria, that encloses double-stranded, circular shape form. Circular shape of DNA is found at the center of mitochondrial matrix. Okay, this is a circular shape. Generally, DNA is a helical structure that we have discussed. DNA is a helical structure, but here this linear shape of my DNA is found in only plant and some other organism, but especially in plants, right? In human being, it is found the linear-like projection, whereas in plant, it is found like a simply circular shape. The DNA is found in mitochondrial matrix is a shape that is a circular shape, right? So this presence of circular shape of DNA that is needed for study of evolutionary sequences, and it is also essential to track evolutionary sequences from one organism to another organism. Understand? So this is very important one. Okay. In addition to that, some ribosomes are also present. It consists of ribosome, particularly I can say ribosome. 70 years type of ribosome is also present. Ribosome. DNA is there and ribosome is there. Both of them are found in mitochondria. Right. In addition to that, these ribosomes and DNA, right? Not only that, it is also made up of various components, right? I'd like to talk about it. It consists of several chemical composition. I'm talking about chemical composition of mitochondria, right? Almost it consists of 70% is a protein. Proteinous substance. As I said, this mitochondria is fulfilled with almost 70% of protein and 25 to 30%, 25 to 30% of lipids. Lipid is also present in the semi-autonomous organelle. It is also known as a semi-autonomous organelle because that encloses DNA and double membrane system, right? And it also accounts almost 25 to 30% of lipids, right? And 5 to 7%, 5 to 7% of nucleic acids, including DNA and RNA, DNA and RNA, ribonucleic acid. In addition to that, there are 60 different types of enzyme. There are several enzymes that are also associated with the proteinous substances, which also associated with the lipid. The percentage of lipids are 25 to 30% of lipid, right? So hence it is also responsible for the generation and production of ATP molecule, right? It also synthesizes ATP molecule, large amount of ATP, because the respiration takes place in mitochondria. That's why it's a respiratory organelle, because it is a place where respiration which takes place, that consists of glycolysis, oxidation of pyruvic acid from cycle and the electron transfer chain. So all the reactions are taking place. That's why this is the mitochondria which produces more amount of ATP molecule. That's why ATP is known as the energy currents of the cell. It is generated by mitochondria. Hence, mitochondria is considered to be a powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse of the cell. Which of the following is known as a powerhouse of the cell? Right? If it is asked, you got answer mitochondria. Okay. Then size of the mitochondria. I'm talking about your mitochondria. Simply you can say this is a mitochondria. So almost it varies 1000 Dalton, right? 1000 Dalton in size, right? Weight of this mitochondria is 1000 Dalton nature. And this mitochondria which reproduces by fission method, right? It reproduces by fission method. And one more thing I want to mention about the mitochondria. The mitochondria, every mitochondria may replicate by displacement, right? By displacement of replication. So, which of the following cell organelle replicates by displacement? That is the question. So, please understand displacement. Displacement of replication. It is also known as a semi-autonomous organelle. Semi-autonomous organelle. Due to presence of circular shape of DNA. Due to presence of circular shape of DNA. So hence it provides a strong evidence for evolutionary sequences, right? From one cell to another cell. So this is simply something but of mitochondria. And one more structure, when you go for deeply the structure of mitochondria, here you find this is a mitochondria. It consists of, I would like to take only the crystal structure. You know very well, a crystal structure is an unfolding like structure. Now I'd like to take only crystal structure. Yes, student. Now this is a mitochondria. I'd like to take only one portion, right? Here, this is a crystal structure, right? I have taken the innermost layer, right? Once again, just I'd like to draw this structure of mitochondria. Dear student, please understand now this is a crystal structure, right? When you see the mitochondria, this is a crystal-like structure, right? Or finger folding like structure. Now, I'd like to enlarge only this sector. Just understand, I'm going to enlarge, it is a crystal. Now, when you maximize this crystal, you can find it, crystal. It's a singular, crystal. Crystal is a plural form, right? And now, crystal structure. I'd like to enlarge this crystal structure, right? Please imagine. Now, this is a mitochondria in which I'd like to draw the structure of crystal, right? This is a crystal. Okay. Now, this crystal consists of there is a F1 particles or elementary particle. It also known as a elementary particle. A crystal structure which gives rise to form tennis bat. Have you seen tennis bat? So this is a student. So this kind of structure you find at the surface of crystal. Here I have enlarged only the crystal structure, the begin size. Now this is it is a structure of crystal. Now this crystal consists of F1 particle or Fernandez particle. It is also known as a F1 particle or Fernandez particle. It is simply called a F1 particle, or it is also known as Fernandez particle, or it is also known as elementary particle. It is also known as elementary particle, or it is also called as, it is also known as axiso. So there are different terms instead of F1 particle. F1 particle is like a tennis bat like structure that consists of three parts, namely head, stem, and bottom, and tail, bottom. Right? So the head is very round like structure, and followed by body of the F1 particle is a stem like structure, and the bottom you see at the surface of, now this is a crystal structure. What is it? It is a crystal. The crystal which gives rise to form F1 particle. Now this F1 particle is a place where respiration which takes place. I mean, the breaking down of glucose molecule into pyruvic acid and carbon dioxide. No, respiration which takes place in F1 particle. Not only that, all the respiratory enzyme also present in F1 particle, right? So all the enzymes which are found in inner membrane, I mean the F1 particle which is derived from the inner membrane of mitochondria, that gives rise to form. The first one is I'd like to take only F1 particle separately. Just imagine, dear student, I'm going to take it. This F1 particle, right? This is a F1 particle, right? When you see this F1 particle, it consists of, the one is the head. It is the upper part of F1 particle. Then the bottom that you see, it is the bottom, right? And the middle portion is nothing but, it is a, simply you can say, stem portion or middle part of F1 particle. So we have taken inner membrane. That inner membrane gives rise to form a folding like structure, that is a crystal. The crystal has been enlarged. That consists of a number of F1 particle, and when you enlarge the F1 particle, you can see the structure as it is. The upper part is the head. It is the place where production of ATP molecule. So ATP synthesis, which is taking place in the head of the F1 particle, right? And stem is the body of the F1 particle, and the bottom, it also consists of some amount of ATP molecule. So ATP production, which takes place in only F1 particle. That's why it is known as a axiso. It is known as a axiso. Yes, students. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. We have discussed three things. The one is a structure, and another is a crystal. When you enlarge the crystal, you find F1 particle. Right? Do you want to see the original structure of mitochondria?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is a mitochondria. Simply find. Right?
Yes, sir.
Mitochondria, it consists of outer membrane and inner membrane, right?
Yes, sir.
Membrane and inner membrane, you find mitochondrial space or periplasmic space, right? And the intermembrane space, actually this is nothing but it is an intermembrane space. My dear student, just imagine now this is a intermembrane space, right? And the cristae structure, as I said, the cristae structure is located here. And the nature of DNA is a circular shape of DNA, and ribosome is also present. And the matrix, the proteinous substances is fulfilled with the mitochondrial matrix, or it is also known as a stroma, mitochondrial stroma. Now there is a cristae structure that consists of F1 particle, F0 particle, F1 complex or Fernandez complex. F1 particle is nothing but it is a Fernandez complex or axisome or elementary particle that consists of elementary particle, right? You can find it as it is. This is a elementary particle, right? Okay, this is very important area, right? So talking about mitochondria, I repeat once again. What is mitochondria? It is a dear student. What do you understand about the mitochondria?
Powerhouse of the cell.
Very good. Powerhouse of the cell. Then generally, what did you understand about mitochondria? It is a one of the cell organelle.
Cell organelle.
Which is found in all the cells.
Absent in prokaryotes.
Absent in prokaryotes.
Except
It has
prokaryote.
a double membrane.
And it has a double membrane. Very good, ma'am. Very good, very good. How do you say that the cell organelle made up of a double membrane?
Inner membrane of
Inner and the outer membrane.
Consists of inner membrane and outer membrane. Very good, very good. Okay, then what is the difference between inner membrane and outer membrane? Could you tell me? Outer membrane, is it a roughness or smoothness in nature?
rough in nature.
Smooth.
Outer membrane is very, very smooth in nature.
Very smooth in
Yes, sir.
nature.
Inner membrane that gives rise to form projection or infolding like structure, that is called the
Cristae.
Crystal.
Cristae.
cristae. Both are similar meaning. Sometimes it may be called as a crista, sometimes it may be called as a cristae. Right. Then what is the role of cristae? Dear students,
Yes, sir.
what is the role of cristae?
So transporting electrons.
Transporting elements.
Transporting electron. Very good. Electron transport chain is there, and it also involves in ATP synthesis, right? Okay, talking about electron transport chain, and one more thing I want to mention. As I said, the respiration takes place. There are different types of enzymes are present, but except succinate dehydrogenase. Succinate dehydrogenase. It is not present. Actually, it is one of the enzymes which is involved in Krebs cycle.
Krebs cycle.
It is also involved in Krebs cycle, right? Next, we are going to study detail. What is Krebs cycle? What is the enzymes are involved in Krebs cycle? Then what is the end product of Krebs cycle? You are going to concentrate in plant physiology while teaching respiration, right? We will discuss later about respiration and types of respiration and stages of respiration, right? So while teaching, you can understand what is succinate dehydrogenase, right? I'll tell you later. Just leave it. except these enzymes, which of the following enzyme is not found in mitochondrial matrix?
Succinate
Succinate dehydrogenase.
dehydrogenase.
Generally, enzymes are present in inner membrane. Generally, enzymes are where are they present? They are found in inner membrane. Enzymes are dear student, please understand. Here, enzymes are present. All the enzymes
are present in inner
In the
membrane.
matrix.
inner membrane.
Membrane.
Membrane. Just imagine inner membrane that consists of all the enzymes which are necessary, needed for respiration process, right? Okay, very good, ma'am. Then could you mention a discovery of mitochondria? Who first reported? Talking about mitochondria, who first reported? When was first reported? Dear students,
In 1880
Altman by 1894.
by
Mitochondria.
By Altman
right, by Altman.
in
Bioblast. Bioblast was discovered in the year of
1894.
94.
the mitochondria was first coined by
Benda.
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 right, in the year of 1897.
7 to 98.
98.
Which of the following is an enfolding like structure that derives from the inner membrane of mitochondria?
Matrix.
Krista.
Christe.
Say.
Student, dear student, try to understand which of the following structure is an enfolding like structure that is derived from inner membrane? That is the question.
Say.
Please, sir.
Christe.
Very good. Okay, right. Now talking about the chemical composition of mitochondria, could you talk about proteinous substances? What is a percentage of protein?
Proteins.
70%.
Very good. Very good. Dear student, very good. Both boys and girls, you are answering good. Right. Then what do you understand about the lipid composition?
25 to 30.
20 to 30%.
Very good. Then could you talk about nucleic acid? It is in the form of
5%. DNA.
97%.
very good. Very good.
And RNA.
RNA.
Can you mention the different types of enzymes are found in mitochondria?
60 types of enzymes.
Very
8
good.
types of enzymes.
Okay, this mitochondria, what is its weight? Could you mention?
1000
its
daltons.
Cell.
right? Very good. Then how does mitochondria replicate? Or
Fusion.
Fission.
Fission.
fission. Already we have studied about what is fission. It is one of the asexual reproduction by which, I mean, vegetative reproduction. Understand? We have discussed about bacteria and virus binary fission, right? It consists of two stages, cytokinesis and karyokinesis. The same phenomenon is also obtained here. Right? One more thing. Why it is known as a semi-autonomous cell organelle?
Because
Yes,
of presence of
Circular
DNA.
DNA.
What do you understand about the semi-autonomous organelle?
Due to the presence
of circular sheet. DNAs.
DNA.
Circular shape of DNA.
It also replicates by itself. DNA
Displacement.
is found in
Replacement model.
mitochondria, hence it can replicate by itself. Okay. Then talking about the rate of replication process of mitochondria can replicate 5 to 10 times faster than that of DNA, right? That is very important category. Mitochondria can replicate 5 to 10 times faster than that of DNA is found in nucleus, right? So simply mitochondria can be replicated 5 to 10 times faster than that of DNA. That is the way. So please understand, this is also a question that you can expect in examples, right? Which of the following cell organelle can replicate 5 to 10 times faster than that of DNA is found in nucleus? A. Mitochondria, B. Chloroplast, C. Ribosome, D. Nucleus. What's your option?
Mitochondria.
Mitochondria.
How many times?
5 to 10 times.
5 to 10 times.
5 to 10 times.
10 times.
Now, could you mention the type of ribosome found in mitochondria?
70S ribosome.
70S ribosome.
Very good, ma'am.
Ribosome.
Very good, very good. If there is any question, please ask. Now, did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the most striking points of mitochondria?
Sir,
Very important, most important point of mitochondria. It is a
Powerhouse of cell.
Powerhouse.
of cell.
powerhouse of the cell. Because if you take a molecule of glucose, if you take a C6H12 and O6, what is it, ma?
Glucose.
Glucose.
A molecule of glucose which is broken down in mitochondria and releases almost 38 ATP molecule. So among 38 ATP molecule, 34 ATP molecule are generated, almost 30 to 34 ATP molecules are generated by powerhouse of the cell, mitochondria. Hence it is known as the powerhouse of the cell. So maximum amount of ATP are generated by only mitochondria.
Mitochondria.
It is known as the powerhouse of the cell. Why it is known as the powerhouse of the cell? Because it generates
ATP
more
molecule.
of energy in the form of ATP. So ATP is an energy currency. Energy currency of the cell. ATP is an energy currency of the cell. Whereas mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. The powerhouse which generates energy currency in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So this is simply something about mitochondria. If there is any question, please ask. Shall I give home assignment? Thank you for joining, my dear students. Thank you.